Hello friends, this is Vedic Astrology by Rani, and as I promised, I'm here to talk about predictions for the month of August, how the world is going to get impacted from all this planetary energy and energies. Before we continue, please, if you like my videos, don't forget to like my videos and subscribe and share so I can get motivated to continue to keep working on these videos. Without spending too much time on that, though, let's talk about what's happening in August. I have mixed news, I have some good news, I have some bad news. So let's see what are we doing here. Jupiter and Saturn has been retrograde for so long that it's making our atmospheres and our feelings to be somewhat depressed. But don't lose heart, they will turn direct in September. For now, this month indicates that there will be a lot of storms, hurricanes, and all sorts of severe weather, and particularly it's because Mars is being in Gandhara. It makes us feel a little bit out of control. So please take caution in this hurricane season because it will be one of the worst. I'm so sorry. Especially, in December 22 through the 25th, it's really going to be very intense with a lot of floods and storms all over the various parts of the world. Depression and anger of the masses around the world are brewing and building up. So we'll talk about it at the end. What can we do about that? I have a news for the people who invest in stock market. Okay, so the planets are indicating it's going to remain depressed. So my suggestion is that take advantage of this depressed stock market and invest in it, and you will be happy in the near future times that you get much return from your investments. So yes, this is in a way it's a good news for people who can afford to invest in the stock markets at this time. So how about coronavirus? So end of the September is when Rahu and Ketu will shift the signs. Rahu will be in Taurus and Ketu will go into Scorpio. It will be September 19 in this year when this happens, and there will be so much relief. It is going to be moving out of these destructive nakshatras, especially when Ketu moves out of Mula nakshatra, which is ruled by Nriti, goddess of destruction. We all know that coronavirus has been engulfing all of us and causing destruction and death, many deaths. It was all because of this nakshatra primarily. There are other reasons too, but so this is going to be a time for healing of coronavirus. Okay, um, but then let's talk about decrease in the global business and why. You're going to see more of a containment where countries like United States and many others too will want to make more of their own products, and many other countries will also want to have their own stuff. So yes, for now the globalization things will be kind of on the back burner. There is kind of lack of trust according to the planets I'm seeing, making all the countries want to not to depend on other countries. So yeah, it will be back, but for now we won't have much globalization happening. So going back to other things, we will start to see some hope at the end of September, as it will give us back our freedom to travel, go to restaurants, do things we used to do. Yay. But still, I'm going to advise, please, according to the planets, if you don't want hike in the coronavirus or anything else of that nature, pay attention to the authorities on this, science authorities especially, on this matter, so the coronavirus can't keep coming back as per planetary advice I'm giving. So this year is going to require us to do a lot of retrospection, introspection. We need to think, what is it that we lose when we are sitting home due to coronavirus? It's not my saying, I'm telling you what planets are saying. Sorry. So the now let's see this. but then the Jupiter has been also traveling with Ketu. It represents our self realization and expressions within all of us. I am sorry to say that some people will become more fanatical in this time period about their religious belief system, which will require many of us to again reconsider and rethink and be reflection, have reflection in our thoughts, and so that we are not just, we can avoid becoming fanatics in certain religious way. We need to, planets are asking us to become more spiritual and respectful of each other. If we, this is a lesson planets are trying to teach us. And therefore, there will be fanatics and there will be rage. The political scene around the world is not going to be that good. It's going to be very tough next 6 months or rest of the year. Not 6 months, but perhaps the rest of the year. We will be dealing with complicated politics also. It's going to have mix of many things that they have been wrong for very long time periods. And I'm also seeing that there will be many secrets and truths that will come out in the open that we must learn to address. So let's see, how about elections? Our election time is coming soon too, and sad to say that according to this planetary conditions, each party will want to destroy the other party. They will not be much interested, or it will appear that way, to see what the public wants. That will create the rage in the masses too. So on November 3rd, Mercury stations just exactly like it did in the, when we had Bush elections in 2000, I believe, and there was no winner and no loser. There was a lot of arguments back and forth. I'm expecting similar fight in this November election. And I will make a separate video about who will win the elections separately, because otherwise this video will be way too big. It's going to also make the, because overall for August, Sun squares Uranus, representing rulers and leaders, making the leaders very insecure. And it appears that there is no clear leader in the world right now, and it just seems like everything is falling apart. Trust me, it will be over soon, but for now this is how it is. Okay, so on August 3rd, when Mercury is going to be opposing Saturn, there will be a full moon at 7 degrees of Capricorn. And what is Capricorn? It's government. This would be almost depression type of scenario, because government around the world are going just simply crazy due to all that's happening. They kind of, they're having hard time figuring things out. So these energies indicate a need for cleansing of the toxic in the leadership. All these difficulties are happening to do the cleansing of our societies and our leaderships and our own thinking. That's why I will keep saying, and you will hear me keep saying, that we need to become spiritually enlightened. We need to learn to relax. So moving on. On August 4th, Mars will be in the latter degrees of Pisces, and it will be in a hard aspect to Jupiter. They may see that those countries who are becoming dominant in the other parts of the world, some parts of the world, some countries were dominant, that's going to slowly and slowly diffuse out, because planets don't see it right. So we need to reflect, do retrospection, why all this need to continue. It won't continue too long. On August 5th, Venus being conjunct with Rahu will bring changes in the aviation and travel. So that's something that we can a little bit smile about. Of course, a lot of discoveries and secrets, especially some of the scandals, like example is like sex trafficking, secretive relationships, nasty stuff, other nasty stuff will come out in the open, so that it can be dealt with, and even at a bigger level or even at a personal level. So I suggest Please remain loyal and dedicated in your relationships, with your marriages and romantic relationships, with all kinds of situations. Otherwise, get ready to face some kind of humiliation and complications will rise in your life if you have not been so honest with your partners, relationships, romantic, marriage, and all those things. Another big date is August 14th through August 16th. It's time for, again, I'm sorry to say that, hurricanes and severe weather and floods and drowning all around the world from place to place. Also, we have a transit of Mars being in Pisces is also really important because it's very similar to many events concerning earthquakes, especially the one in the Japanese earthquake that happened, I think, in 2011. I hope and I pray that it won't happen, but that's what I see. Mars in this position is going to shape the world, and Uranus is going to be retrograde around August 15th. So expect the unexpected. This month is preparing us for a very reforming energy. We will transfer from this very, very bad situations into something really good in the distant future. But this journey of transformation is going to be very tough. Mars in Aries can be very intense, and I hope I'm wrong, but I see fires from in many places. So, like I said earlier, Mars will be Gandhata in Aries from August 16 and indicates the possibilities again for fires. It will remain in Aries until October 4th. So, you might want to take some precautions, have your house, all safety rules about the fires, please take precautions. Mars will be retrograde on September 9th back into Aries, and again on December 24th through February 22. So Mars is actually a very violent planet. When ill placed, it rules weapons, and when it's in Aries, it will come out, and then people will be more angrier than usually they will. Mars will station to go direct on November 14, which is about a 1 week post elections, and it indicates disturbing times. Be careful in that time too. Okay. So August 18 is a new moon in Leo. It will bring a sense of stability with power and leadership. We can smile. Things will start to improve and get better with that energy. August 17, Mercury will conjunct Sun, making it a good day to start new beginnings, new relationships, new businesses. But remember not to do it emotionally. I have said in my other videos too, these planets are not supporting decisions or businesses started only based on your emotions. Think through everything you do in business or in emotional in your relationships. So August 24, we have Mars and Saturn squaring each other. All the protest, all the rioting will have to be now put to stop by the government and leadership, and they will use any laws they can put a stop to it. So please, if you are one of those people who may want to participate in the riots and protest, be very careful. Laws can come after you, and then you may have to clean up the mess and pay the price for that. So August 24, so that's okay. And August 25th, Venus will be opposing Jupiter in the signs Gemini and Sagittarius, indicating a time when peace rallies will start to promoting peace, so that we will be on a path to bring some peace back. Now, at the end, I want to say that now Venus is opposing Pluto, and so Pluto is a planet of transformation also. So they are traveling very tightly together around August 30, and therefore, so again at this time also many secrets and scandals will be revealed about governments and leadership, or even in your own personal life. All these tough energies that I described, they are happening so that we can learn lessons from it, we can move forward. And Much of this negative energies can be diffused out if each and every one of you start to reflect, be considerate of others in society, and manage to stay calm and collected. Try not to think that protesting and writing is the way to get solutions. Trust me, planets are not going to like it. Protesting and riots are not supportive of these energies, and it will make you suffer if you are participating it. If you think you are a victim of something, that is not going to fly very good right now. What is going to fly good right now is stay calm and collected. And if you believe in the mantras, enchant the mantras, uh, Mrityunjana mantra, and it will help you and take the deep breathing exercises, remain calm and collected. Until next time, I'll take a bye from you. Again, I'm reminding you that please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much. Bye bye.